Hi, it's Maggie with Golden Lights Within, and today I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be about how to shift your energy with physical movement. So the premise behind this, right, is that the mind and body can influence each other. So I've talked a lot about how the mind can influence the body in other videos like the Racetrack Mind, and you can sit through there some videos about that, which it's amazing to have tools for that, but it's also good to have tools for the body because the body can influence the mind as well, right? So the soul is not a part of that, right? The mind and the body are influencing each other, but you know, I always think about like they can't touch the soul. The soul is like your core, right? But we do have the mind and body influencing each other. And so when it comes to the body, a way to shift energy in a positive way is to challenge yourself physically. And so this morning for me, that looked like sprints, and that's what made me think about doing this video. So yes, the sprints are a great physical exercise, but you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm doing it more so to influence my mind and my energy for the better. And so I just want to emphasize that looks different depending on like what season of life you're in. Like maybe you just had a baby, or maybe you've got little kids, or even it just, are you more tired that day, or you know, so many things can influence where you're at that day. So it's very individual. It's not to be compared with what somebody else might need to do as a challenge to shift their energy. It's for you, right? This is self-care for you to transform your energy, for you to show up better and feel better in your life, right? So always remember that, you know, and it's just you out there, right? So, you know, for example, for the sprints today, it was like me and my dog. I wasn't competing against anyone else. I was out there doing it to shift my energy for the better, to feel better today, to show up better in my life and live more fully. So always remember that is at the root of what you're doing when you're doing this. So not a comparison thing, not a, oh my gosh, I have to do sprints to shift my energy. Nothing like that, right? Just the other day, for me to shift the energy, it was going on a 30-minute walk. And for me, that felt like kind of more of a challenge that day, just because I was more tired, right? So just, again, take it day by day. But if you are physically challenging yourself and pushing yourself outside that comfort zone, it will influence the mind and energy for the better. Just as if you do one of the mental strategies, mindful strategies that I've talked about, it influences the body and better, you know, different hormones are produced and your body's in more of a relaxed and rejuvenated state, right? So mind influences the body, body influences the mind and energy. So again, just the tip is, right, for you at that moment of that day, what is a challenge, you know, for you? So again, just as an example, today for me, that was getting outside and went out to the soccer fields, and you know, I just did sprints, and you know, it felt good, right? You know, it's just me against me. I wasn't like trying to get a certain time. I didn't even have a timer. I just knew I wanted to run across the soccer field and just kind of paid attention to how my body felt. But that shifted energy. I felt, you know, so much better, and again, can change the trajectory of your day. So if you're kind of feeling in a funk, or your energy is not quite where you want it that day to show up for yourself, for other people, show up in your world the way you want to, this can be an amazing way to shift things. And maybe you're gonna have to do more of a mindful strategy. Maybe you're gonna have to do this as well. Maybe it's, you know, a couple different things, but again, more so you have these tools in your toolbox to help yourself live more fully. And then of course you get the physical benefit of it for your body as well, right? So in this example, sprints are great for your body. But again, just to emphasize, it doesn't need to be sprints. It's just something for you that's pushing yourself more that day. That could look like a yoga class. That could look like a walk, right? It could look like a lot of different things. It could look like more of a leisurely jog, or like, you know, a fitness class or dancing or anything like that, just like some push-ups, whatever it might be, but challenging yourself, and only you know what is a challenge for you that day, right? So you know what's pushing yourself a little bit, and just follow that, and it will really improve your mindset and energy for the better. It will shift things in a positive direction. So just always remembering you've got that tool, and the frequent, you know, the duration of it doesn't need to be something specific. Like I said, I just went out there and knew I wanted to do sprints, and I was just gonna kind of see where it would lead, right? You don't have to like do this specific workout or this specific amount of reps to get the benefit of that. It just needs to be a challenge for you physically, and really move that energy and shift things, and you will have a better mindset and feel better. So that is my tip for today. And again, really appreciate you viewing this Golden Lights Within video, and I will catch you in the next one.